Morning obeisances, Danda pranams.
Good morning, obeisances, Dandabad, Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. I'm just trying to make our screen a little wider, but I'm not sure how to do it on here. You're all going to, our multitude of guests will have to try to fit into the screen somehow. I don't know where otherwise the preferences are to make our screen wider. This is all they can see. All right, so dear devotees, we are coming to join you on this Wednesday evening, Wednesday afternoon, Thursday night, Thursday morning, wherever you may be. And we are here with devotees from Latvia. We are in Latvia, and we're joining you today from the retreat early in the morning. So a little chilly for me, but for the Latvians, it's midsummer. Oh, you're not translating to anything, are you? Right. Okay. I was sitting, waiting for a translation. Okay. I am going to try to make it so we can see things easier. And so just give me 1 second. We can begin with Vandeham, and then devotees will gather together both online as well as here. So I think more devotees are coming here too. So we can say together, mini Vandana. Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajiva Sadhuetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Vijay Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvi Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. All right. Oh, turn off that video. Okay. Oh, we can have 2 videos. Anyhow, dear devotees, we are here happily. We're with you. And it is back to basics with our happy family from around the world. And I can see a sun shining, but I can't see whose sun is shining without some spectacles. Pavan Krishna Prabhu and Kamala in Krung Thep. Maha Nakon. I wonder what Nakon means. We know what Maha means, but not Nakon, but in Bangkok. So, dear devotees, it's back to basics. And we've got devotees who have been in the Govinda Mela with us, I think. Yes, Ganga Leela, yes. And I'm looking to see who else may be. Indulekha and Ganga Leela, and Dana didn't go. And Kumkum Dasi is with us. She wasn't able to get to the Kumbh Mela, the Govinda Mela this year. A little interruption due to health difficulties, but we are all with you, Kumkum Didi, with our best thoughts, certainly, and everywhere. So, anyhow, perhaps first we can come to Ganga Leela Devi Dasi and to ask her first impressions of the Kumbh Mela, Govinda Mela this
There you
year.
go, Vinda Mela. Well, I got my copies. Woo. So I got those,
Beautiful.
and it was really epic. It was much bigger than the last couple of years. There was a lot of people. For me personally, it was awesome because my son decided last moment to come. He's 23, and he actually liked it after the first day, not being sure if he wants to have anything to do with that. But then he actually liked it, and that was epic and amazing music and beautiful presentations, wonderful lectures and programs, and so international. I'm still so elevated, and you know, I camp outside, being in nature, and all that together is just, that's happiness itself. That is such a cocktail. Being under the stars and the full moon we had Harinam along the beach in the morning, super beautiful, with the surfers and the birds, and just hardly any feet on the ground. Everybody's just jumping up and down. All the hands are in the air. All the arms are up. And Ashram Maharaj was there, and somebody I have not known, Puri
Puri,
Maharaj.
yes.
Yes. It was such a pleasure. He's such an energizer, he's such good heart and good natured, and just keeps going. His kirtan is powerful. The house was rocking. One time I was thinking really the whole room was shaking. It just like that, very much shaking everything up. You know, you can really tell how the molecules are resetting themselves. And we went up on the hill, and we brought Giriraj up there for puja, and it just, like, it felt like being in India, like a parikram, you know, going up there through the dust, and time became relatives. And now I can't believe I'm sitting at home, and like it felt really much longer also than a week. It felt like it was, I think, when a lot happens, and I had some revelations in my heart, you know. And you know who was also the Yamuna, and also Sita, who I never met. And her heart is just pouring wide open. And yes, so and having personal stories was also in between those lectures was very nice. You know, how the perspectives of how to share bhakti, you know, like also personal stories, and their personal stories when they spent all this time with Govinda Maharaj. And yeah, lots of magic. Of course, the food was amazing too. The prasadam.
Prashadam, not food.
Sorry, the prasadam was amazing. And I'm
You're
really
the
excited about my books.
beautiful. You're the best reporter. Now we understand. You've given a very good report from there. Beautiful. We have been transported in place and time, because of course, it was this last week. And that blue book, by the way, that you have there, Devotional Treasure Chest, it's quite strong. It's, yeah, it starts quite strong and keeps on going quite strong. So just digest what you can, go through, chant Hare Krishna, be happy, and keep jumping up and down in kirtan.
Yes, I will, Jai. Thank you.
And by the way, you have that experience that your son wasn't sure whether he's going to enjoy it or not. I mean, be happy or not. But we also have similar situation here. We've got people coming, and then, you know, when they come, their husbands or their children, they're not sure if they're going to enjoy it or not, or be fit in. And then within a moment, they're all happy. And instead of saying, oh, we should go home, they're saying, oh, we should stay. So we're very happy with that. Okay.
Yeah,
By the way,
yeah.
he is the organizer of the Latvian retreat, Suresh Krishnavu. And so he's living here in Rezekne. And the two who are locating themselves within the picture, aren't they? Then Nama Priya Devidasi. Okay, I'll move a little bit. We're all trying to fit into our camera. Nama Priya Devidasi and Udaran Prabhu. Nama Priya is from the capital city. It has a whole less than 1 million people who live in it. And it is a very quiet capital city, Riga. And in the countryside near the capital city, Udaran Prabhu is living. So it's a very gentle country, but they've rocked Riga, they've rocked Latvia with also Kirtan and Harikatha here on this side of the world. We can hear a word or two more from them soon, but we would like to invite Indulekha Devidasi. If you're available, Indulekha, you were at the festival, I do believe. If you could kindly share a few words, we'll be very grateful. And now you're standing in front of a sari. Is this your backdrop? Your green backdrop? Okay.
My green screen.
Green screen.
Dandavad, dear devotees. Yes, we just came back last night from the Govinda Mela, and it was very amazing. Can you hear me okay? All right. And you know this presence of Gurudev that devotees talk about, like, oh, Guru was with us. We can feel it. There at Govinda Mela, I could really kind of feel some kind of a different, I don't know, energy there that felt like something that is not part of this world, and that only gets kind of generated when the devotees get together. And I'm still under the effect, so to speak, of that aura. I don't know. And Murali Prabhu from SoCal, he is a video person, and he was so good this year. He organized all the broadcasting, so every class was broadcasted live, and they are all recorded. You can find them on Bhakti Connect YouTube. If you just go up and find the live button and scroll down a little bit, you'll see many classes, and very often there were two classes going at the same time. So I was the second camera person. So I only got to see half of the classes. And now today I'm going back and watching all the classes I missed. I'm just so, I don't know. I'm just keep drinking that nectar, and it's still potent and it's working. So I highly recommend everybody to go on Bhakti Connect and watch those broadcasts. And between classes, I was just like walking around and talking to devotees. And at some point I got this image of a bee who goes from one flower to another and just drinks this drops of nectar. So it felt like this, just going and talking to different devotees. You like chat with somebody, and then you see somebody else and you kind of fly there and you exchange with them with this like sweetness. So it was just out of this world experience, and I highly recommend everybody to come next year if you can, and see it and try it for yourself.
And another wonderful reporter, representative of the Govinda Mela. And I'm sure if we interview one after another, we're going to get different angles of vision of the beautiful Mela. I was thinking, you know, here in Latvia, it's the only country I've seen where in Riga, in the morning, like early in the morning, sometimes we're driving somewhere, going to the airport, for instance, and they stop people the police stop drivers and give them a breathalyzer to see if their alcohol limit. And I said to Sajjanananda Prabhu when I saw this, and he's stopped, you know, he's driving his car, and he's being stopped for a breathalyzer, like at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I said to him, why are they doing this? He said, because they found that if you drink in the evening before, still you can have high alcohol levels. And so they like to get some income this way. So anyhow, so they're still under the effect of the night before. So I was thinking that when you were saying, oh, I'm still under the effect of the Govinda Mela influence.
Exactly.
But this is the beautiful intoxication. And Mahaprabhu was always intoxicated with Krishna Nam. The devotees, you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, you read Chaitanya Bhagavat, you read Gurudev, Guru Maharshi Prabhupada's books. There's so much beauty and sweetness and intoxication with Krishna Nam, not with other things. Yes.
And then there is another small thing. I was listening to Devashish Prabhu class at Govinda Mela today, and he was talking about um, how the swords are made. Like you need to take metal and put it in fire, and then like hit it with hammer, and then put it in cold water, and then put it back in fire. And he said like the more you do that, like the stronger the sword will be. And I thought, and the same kind of thing with your devotional life.
Oh,
Like
mamma
the more
mia.
that's and it felt like that to me. Like sometimes you have to like struggle through something, and you feel like you're on fire, and then on top of that you get like hammered on, like, and something's banging on you, and you like, ah. And then you go to like a festival, and it feels like you just got put into this like nice cool water, and you just like, psh,
Ah,
okay. Again, banged again. It's okay.
your internet connection just broke up. I think we all lost the little last part that you said, but getting it felt like we're putting into the cooling water after the heat. And then after that, just could repeat what you were expressing?
Yeah, and you just lay there, and all the not smoke, all the vapors are just like, you just like laying there, and then you feel like you're ready to go back into the fire, and you're kind of excited to do it again.
Guy. And you just answered a question I did have, that when you were saying about all the live broadcasts of the different devotees speaking, we didn't see any of Indulekha speaking. I didn't see any, but then you said, oh, I was the second, that you, being I, is the second camera person, sorry. So anyhow, you were behind the camera. And Murali Mohan Prabhu, yeah, he does a great job. And live mixing also, live going from camera to camera, and kept it very interesting for the viewer, so that it's not only a fixed camera, which is also good. It's not to jump around too much, but he got a good balance and showed the people, and somebody got the microphones usually to the audience when somebody's asking a question or making a comment. So it came over very well. Jai. All right. So from the Govinda Mela side, and this really is the basis of our devotional life, is Sadhu Sangha, Hari Nama, Hari Katha, and Hari Prasadam. As you all know, you are all back to back, the basics veterans, but we have to keep reminding ourselves. So when we can, to get that opportunity. So I would like to ask, first of all, to our Suresh Krishna Prabhu, we are not yet finished our meal. Actually, I was surprised. It's a day 4 closing circle or something I saw on the YouTube channel. And I thought, what, they're finishing already. Devotees have come thousands of miles, kilometers, whatever it is. And they've come so far. And then, like everything, suddenly, or maybe not suddenly, but it begins with much effort to get a festival going. And we know, I mean, how much arrangement and long time planning, coordination. And then suddenly we find it's the day before the last day. Then we suddenly find it's the last day. So the Govinda Mela just seemed to suddenly end, and we're expecting, oh no, day by day. But this is the nature of festivals. When we had Navadip Parikrama, the Navadip Dham Parikrama, it's, well, it's officially like 8 days or something, but it goes on longer. But still, however long it goes on, it's like suddenly we're arranging taxis for people to leave instead of for people to come. And then that's always like a wake-up call, or like Indulekha's example, now going back into the heat and then wait for the there's a cooling water. It put us back into the cooling water again. So Suresh Krishna, he's been organizing the festival here. We're still running in the festival. and I don't think we're waking anybody up. We're outside, they're upstairs, but one like row behind. So I don't think we're making too much noise. And after all, it is morning time, not yet quite sunrise, even though the camera does a good job to make it look very bright. It's still kind of just before sunrise time. So let's but actually move forward a bit. Oh, I can move. No, I can move this. It's okay because you're in the picture. We don't want to disturb our picture. But
Okay.
speak a little loud because the microphone's here. Back to basics. Festivals. Hare Krishna.
Dandava, dear devotees, Dandava. Of course, all environment, all atmosphere here is by uh, Srila Madhusudan Maharaj and other devotees.
Objection. Okay.
Of course, all festival or Vaishnava festival is basis devotees and Maharaj. But very interesting in this year came four new seekers, and they all are staying in our programs. Not morning maybe, but in evening programs they are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But for them, it's first time. They didn't know about something about Hare Krishna movement, about Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but they all came here to find some inner peace. And as one lady said, I was worried in this world and came here and felt some inner peace, and I was very inspired of this. And she stayed, and she came every day and participate with us in kirtan and harikatha. And what is amazed that when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the end of our program, but okay, program. So we felt like some, I don't know how to say, some flow, some transcendental something, and we are like in one whole, and everyone is inspired and everyone is happy. So we continue. What to say? I'm very grateful for Srila Madhusudan Maharaj for his support, for support of Udaram Prabhu and Namapriya, who are co-organizer. I'm just doing something. I'm just suggest some ideas what to do, and they support me. So that's we and this that we going on, and our festival not finished. We'll finish here, but we will go to Riga and do there some small festivals, Harinam Sankirtan, and continue. So that is the news. Hare Krishna.
Hey Govinda, and right beside Suresh Krishna, we have Nama Priya Devi Dasi, who can express. She's always expressing, so don't be humble and shy. Now necessary. This is a time to be strong in speaking. Yes.
It's always super happy to see you all. And yes, we are kind of actually in the middle of our fall program. Festival's coming to end, but we are continuing here and then also going to the capital. And I can probably say similar things about our festival like Gangalila, except maybe the scale is totally different and we don't have any surfers here. But otherwise, very nice programs, very nice devotees, very nice speakers, sincere hearts, kind-hearted people, very nice books, very nice prasadam, very nice kirtan. And yes, one couple came the second year this year, and they came from like literally the other side of the country, which is not okay for US. It's not a big distance, but for us, first when Keshavananda said, yeah, they're gonna come from that city, I said, no, it's impossible. No one would go this distance. And he said, yes, I think it's like that. And then yes, they really came the second year already, like driving 600 kilometers by car with kids. So that shows us that there is something that if you are sincere, you will find here most surely.
And now we're thinking how to nurture these souls that have been attracted here to the divine flow that comes through all of us and through our special guests, the Maharaj and Keshavananda Prabhu. So we're thinking how to continue, and we're seeing that it's necessary, something very necessary for sincere persons. And yes, thinking of our international family also, and remembering that there's always festival in Sri Chaitanya Saraswati, always festival for those who participate. And we are happy to see you all today with us, and we are with you. So have a nice day or night, and be happy to see you all. Dhanavad.
Govinda, Govinda. I can say also that wherein, if you find a map, you're on a map and you see where we are, we're actually in quite a remote place. We're just close to a place called Rezekne, R-E-Z, or if you're American, Z-E-K-N-E, Rezekne. And I doubt whether many of you will say, oh, yes, I learned about Rezekne in school. One of these, it's kind of a remote place. But everything started, with one person with the desire to share the message of Guru and Gauranga. And so this also started in a very humble way. And I'm just thinking it's an example that wherever you are, then you can start something just by making some advertising, making a program with some kind of a carrot there to attract people to come. And then maybe you get only 2 people on your very first attempt. Maybe 2 people came, and then you kind of learn how to publicize a little bit better. And from those 2 people, somebody else hears. And then gradually, you get yourself a congregation, if that's the right word, but you get a group of people. But really, it's from one person in Resegne, and then beginning and trying. And we can't equate to Srila Prabhupada that standard, but Srila Prabhupada was one person, and he brought to the whole world Krishna consciousness. So it is an example that wherever we are, we can be one person, but try to do something and give Krishna and Gauranga Mahaprabhu the opportunity for sincere seekers to come to their mission means come under the glance of Mahaprabhu's generous distribution of grace. If we don't do anything, how can we expect people to know about Mahaprabhu and specifically about Guru Maharaj, Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada, about the treasure which is here? So I thought it's a very, very sweet example, practical example, not just theory, but let's do something. And then one person doing, and then bit by bit. If Krishna wishes, he can give. If Krishna doesn't wish, still he's happy that we will try to broadcast his message. And that was Mahaprabhu's teaching also, to tell others, take this Maha Mantra and go and tell others, distribute, tell people about Krishna, like that. And Udaran Prabhu here, and we can invite Udaran Prabhu, say a few words, back to basics.
Well, I will Dandavas to all, first of all, and I just wanted to say that all festivals, this is an opportunity to meet our family, and we're happy that our festival in Latvia is headed by Madhusudana Maharaj. So it's our family with, let's say, my father, my spiritual father, and it's always happy to be with our family. And in this particular case, we can see that maybe possibly some of new devotees were born, and to see how new members of our family actually came to us. And I can remember how I was few years ago in the same situation, just started, and it's happy to observe how they are borning, and then will grow as devotees. And right now we can see that the guests who came right now is they are like a part of our family. They have this devotional like a mood. They want to do something good to others, and this is very beautiful. So again, this is always happy to be with our family, and if someone has opportunity to come to the festival, please join. If you have, like in America, in the Mela Festival, so if you have this opportunity, please come there. And if you have opportunity to come to Rezekne next year, also please join. Thank you, everyone, and that's
Hare Krishna, Jai. And if you don't have a festival nearby, as we just mentioned, perhaps you can make a festival, and then you'll be able to have Hari Katha, Hari Kirtan, and Hari Prashad together with new friends. Hare Krishna. Yes, dear devotees, would anybody like to make a contribution or ask a question to anybody? It doesn't have to be to me, but we've got with us several devotees seated, and we're here on Zoom and on Facebook, but I don't have that opportunity to see Facebook at the same time because we've got this connection for the internet. But those on Facebook also, our obeisances, we know that you're there, and those also who see the recorded version, we're happy that you're all with us having a festival. As Nama Priyadidi reminded us that every day is the festival in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat for those who participate. And Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat is where the teachings of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in the line of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev are being shared, presented, practiced like that. So again, we're not to think of the Dham as a physical location, and we're also not to think of the mat as in its substance as a physical location. Although both the Dham and the mat have their particular presence, their particular place in this world. Hare Krishna. And I am reading daily the Navadip Dham Mahatmya again, and so I'm very happy to kind of have in my mind some fresh remembrance of the glories of the Dham and what is the Dham, and hence the glories of the mat. What is the mat? We must always try to see through the eyes of our predecessor acharyas and understand the substance of Krishna consciousness, substance of the deities, substance of kirtan, substance of prasadam, and the substance of what we sing. We also hear and always try to encourage the devotees and the newcomers to see what it is that we're singing, rather than just lots and lots of nice sounding Bengali music, but it's not just this, it is the substance behind, which is the main part of our kirtan actually. Any question from anybody? Any hands? Oh, silent world in the ether. The ether is very silent today. Hare Krishna. And there are so many highlights, like every book we read is the best book, every chapter is the best chapter, etc. But every class may be the best class or gathering. Yesterday, the one highlight was Paunamasi Devirasi from Mauritius. She is here. Her daughter is studying in the neighboring country, which is only a few meters away. But she yesterday gave a very beautiful description of the origin and development of the Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, means Guru Maharaj and Gurudev's representation in Mauritius. And she shared with the devotees, and everybody was like riveted to hear how things happened, and presently the activities that take place, and so many people who attend the festivals and programs in Mauritius. And it has a head start. In one sense, it's a head start that there's a huge community of Hindu, so traditional Indian persons. And but again, the origin of our presentation or presence in Mauritius is from one person meeting in the airport, in the transit lounge for maybe 20 minutes or half an hour, I don't know, a short meeting between Yudamanyu Prabhu, our dear Yudamanyu Prabhu Seva Vikram, who has passed away passed away a few years ago. But he met Adhoksaja Prabhu, who became Adhoksaja Prabhu, a devotee, in the transit lounge in Mauritius as he was flying from South Africa to India. And then from that meeting, introducing who is Guru Maharaj, because that devotee was coming to India and he's from ISKCON, but at that time it was a troubled time in ISKCON, particularly troubled time when many things were going upside down with the leaders, and it was a disturbing time, and disturbing time for the sincere devotees who were coming. And Yudamanyu Prabhu explained about the solid shelter of Guru Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada considered him his Siksha Guru, what to speak of the benefit we should get. This sincere presentation of Guru Maharaj, Yudamanyu Prabhu gave to the devotee at the airport when they're just talking, waiting for the different planes. And that devotee was flying to Bombay, and Yudamanyu Prabhu was flying to either Delhi or Calcutta, but he was coming to Navadip. And from that meeting of a few minutes in the transit lounge, changed everything. That sincere seeker, he came, as soon as he landed in Bombay, he got a train, came to Calcutta, came to Guru Maharaj, and then after being in Navadip, taking shelter and understanding, here is home, the home of the heart. Then he brought this message back to Mauritius. And now Mauritius, as we heard yesterday from Paunamasi, it really is quite a Vaishnava country with two big temples, like the size of Navadip, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, that kind of size temples, with 9 domes, Nat Mandir accommodation. 2 big temples there in Mauritius. And Mauritius is a country, an island surrounded by the ocean for a long way, not just an island with you take a ferry boat across to the mainland. It's an island. I don't know how far from the nearest civilization, but it is civilized in the sense that now we've got the civilization of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And so 2 big temples, and the island is 50 kilometers north and south and 50 kilometers west and east. So, even with a very old car, I think you can manage to cross the island in a day and come up and down. 50 kilometers tall and 50 kilometers wide. They have 2 big temples of our family, 2 temples of the ISKCON family. And we have in another place, an ashram. It's not the temples, but like so many places, it's regular buildings, but an ashram of our devotees. And days like common days like Gaurapanima, Janmastami, which is celebrated by everybody, then they get thousands of people at each of these temples and do public programs. And in fact, Nama Priya has been there, and she's witnessed, she's seen everything firsthand. And yesterday we went there by hearing from Paunamasi, and we saw a few photos also. But this again is from one person. That one person, Adhoksaja Prabhu, who brought the message of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev there, and then step by step, then recognizing where is that main current, where's that current of divinity, then wonderful things happen. So we should never think that, oh, I'm only one person in a particular location or country. In that case, small country maybe, but still I'm not just one person, I'm all alone like that. But we should try to share with whoever we meet. And it does give Krishna the opportunity to send sincere seekers, because after all, sincere seekers need some introduction, some way. Where is the door that goes into that land? How to enter that upper world? Where is that secret door where we can open this door? Here, I want, buy clothing, I go through this door. Want to buy a computer, I go through this door. But we need a door where the sincere seekers can come, and they can find, oh, if I come in through this door, then here we are getting the opportunity to access a completely different plane, not a plane of enjoyment for ourselves, but a plane of enjoyment actually, but by giving, not by purchasing, by getting, by seeing what do I want and going in such a way. Hare Krishna. And there's some chat. There's a chat in the chat box. Ding. What is in the chat box? Well, if I do have spectacles. Oh. Ah, okay. Leela Moy Prabhu's put the link to her YouTube channel of Bhakti Connect. And Dana sending her so many flowers, tulsi leaves, it that lotus, and happy festive expressions, and sending the love of Kumkum Devi Dasi. Or sending love to her, probably. I know Kumkum already. She is also sending love to the devotees, and our hearts are with you and with everybody, but always Krishna is giving attention where there's some specific necessity. And so everyone is safe under the glance of Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. And, oh yes, oh, Keshavananda Prabhu is here. Keshavananda Prabhu. We like to have him here with us. But he's also been sharing and nice, beautiful classes and many sweet things and giving examples to try to wake everybody up, wake up the newcomers to what is here, but to keep us awake. Because we need to be always reminded what we're doing, why we're doing it, and that we don't just follow, oh, this is our tradition. You know, you wave the incense, you wave the light, you do this, you chant this. This is our tradition. It is our tradition, but the tradition is for the substance of what is taking place when we are waving the lamp, doing parikrama and chanting the songs. So we must always be reminded, and we need each other to remind us too. So 4 shlokas, if you go back to number, I don't know, 6 of the back to basics classes, which I'm told are all sitting there in the clouds somewhere. So we have clouds up there in the cloud. You can go back and see way back when in the early days, we did go through the 4 Shloki, the 4 seed slokas of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And there we have Machchita Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. That by discussing together, the devotees discuss together about Krishna consciousness. They get nourishment from each other, a special kind of sweet nourishment. Hare Krishna. Kumkum Devi Dasi just sent a beautiful message. I just read it to you. My Dandavat Pranams Maharaj and all the glorious devotees, that's you all. I'm okay in the perfect shelter of our gurus. Today, kind friends, Sita Didi, Saraswati Didi, Brajamohini Didi, blessed me here. Wonderful. That's a pretty high-powered representation of our gurus, high-powered from the heart and high-powered from every angle. And so birds of a feather flock together. This is an expression I heard from Suresh Krishnabhu here at the festival. And trying to translate also these expressions that Guru Maharaj uses. And so we're very happy that the birds all gathered together with you, Kumkum Didi. Hare Krishna. Yes. So would any other contribution from here or on the screen? Rupanuga Prabhu in Thailand. That's a Thailand sky. No. Your microphone? Well, you're in your car. You're in, no, not even a car. You're in the shade.
No, I'm still in sunny Australia. Then we'll
Oh,
see you
okay.
in a secret destination soon.
Oh, a secret destination on planet Earth or somewhere else.
Yeah, hopefully on planet Earth. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Well, Rupanuga was always surprising us. And when he turned up in Africa on safari, I mean, that really surprised me. I thought, oh my goodness. Hare Krishna. And sent us reminders of the material world. Nice picture of very elegant giraffe. A giraffe is very elegant. You got to give Krishna and Lord Brahma credit, for making like all kinds of creatures. I mean, some are pretty mean looking and mean looking and mean temperament. And some are very elegant looking and elegant temperament also. Giraffes, they've got good nature. But he sent these beautiful pictures, the giraffe, the nature, everything. And then next day he sent the sequel. Whether the same giraffe, I don't know, but the lions had got him. And they were eating the lion with his head inside the giraffe's belly and a big hole in the giraffe. And they're eating the giraffe. So, a reminder that all the beauty of this world, it is all coming to the same destination. Unfortunately. But we are not pessimists. Oh, no, now we're going to get depressed. No. Srila Guru Maharaj, and we read or heard this very recently, and Guru Maharaj was saying that we must have courage. And so this point, we're not cowards to ignore the circumstance. Must have courage to face the circumstance. And Guru Maharaj, Gurudev, Srila Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, giving courage to Arjuna in the battlefield, not just colloquially the battlefield of life, but in the battlefield. Then Krishna giving courage. So we are facing in a positive way this dilemma in which we all are, having taken birth in this world. Hare Krishna. Jai, Rupanuga, sunny Australia, yes, but it's your winter. And right beside you on our screen is Jai Gauranga Prabhu, also in sunny Australia. But he's under a fan which isn't going round, so maybe it's not so hot. Shaking his head. Hare Krishna. And Vrindavaneshri, always very calm Vrindavaneshri, responsible lady, she has family, business, everything, and practicing Krishna consciousness steadily. We appreciate that. Steady, steady, steady. We want to be steady. We want to come forwards every day. We're all steady with eating food. In the sense of everyone in the world, they have, at least if not a proper breakfast, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're eating, but we need to be steady for our devotional nourishment too. Would anyone like to contribute something? Otherwise, I know that all three here can contribute something or ask. I know everyone chatty. And as we said before, if we were all sitting actually in a room together, we'd all be definitely chatting away and asking things. Walk and talk. Today we're going on walk and talk also to the mountains of Latvia. So if you don't know where Latvia is, you can look up Latvia and see what is the highest mountain. And maybe, I don't know if we're going there today, but okay, compared with the Alps, little. But I also did mention to them, I said, well, I have respect for every hill and mountain because, maybe a small hill, but we have to still go huffing and puffing up the hill, don't we? So small challenges or big challenges. Oh, and just behind us, I saw on the screen, because I can see our own image because we're highlighting, there's the stork we have here, these stork birds, which are also in Australia, and they nest with a big nest on top of the telegraph poles. And in the next village just here, I saw their family house where they're living. And they come here. There are 2 ponds on this property, actually 3 ponds on this property. It's a large property. And the storks come, and we are chanting near the lake, chanting Hare Krishna. And the storks come like, very near, which is a good sign that people are not shooting them and eating them. And does remind me of when Yamaraj, in the form of a stork or a big bird, but I think like a stork, came and asked to the Pandavas, like some questions to the Pandavas. And one by one, they kind of thought, foolish bird, why are you talking to us? And anyhow, that foolish bird, they thought was a foolish bird, immediately struck them dead. So when Yudhishthira came, then he was the last to come. Where are all my brothers? What happened? They came to the lake to get water, but they never came back. And he saw they're all dead. And there's this bird talking to him. And I thought when I'm sitting chanting japa, this bird, he's so close and he's tall. He's taller than me. If we're sitting down, he's taller. Thinking this bird can come up. And if we could communicate, he's maybe looking at me and thinking, what are you doing? And I'm thinking, who knows, what goes on in the mind of the bird. But it reminded me of this conversation. What is the news? What is most amazing? This section of Mahabharata. Yes, it's Mahabharata, section of Mahabharata that Srila Guru Maharaj quotes. And the news is that we are all being hooked by Kala, by time, and we have no way out. And not only me, but this is happening to all of my relatives and to everyone, whether a tree, whether a bird, whether a fish, whether anything, happening to everyone. And what is amazing, the amazing thing is nobody's taking it seriously. They're just thinking, no, it's not going to happen to me. What can be more amazing than that? Not to take that seriously, to find a solution. So again, we come back to this point that we need to be sincere to find a solution and not just say, oh, it can't be solved. As again, Srila Guru Maharaj accuses or challenges, not accuses, challenges the scientists. And you see that in Subjective Evolution of Consciousness, recorded there in that book. Srila Guru Maharaj is saying that the scientists, you say you got a solution to everything, that you will solve all this, but you are not addressing the real problem. And the real problem is you and everyone here are within a few months, days, weeks, who knows how long, going to be leaving from your body, this world, everything that you know. And you don't want to do that. You don't know where you're going to be placed for your next body. And you are not addressing this problem. You're only trying to address the current situation of how to get joy, how to try to relieve the pains of suffering. But what is the cause? And how to get out of birth and death? And then Srila Guru Maharaj challenges the scientists. Say, you address this problem or leave the field to us. We do have solutions. Of course, by the grace of Guru and Gauranga. Easy to say, Guru and Gauranga. But by the grace of Guru and Gauranga, then the solutions are given by the scientists, the serious scientists who are addressing the problem of birth and death, addressing the problem of life, and that what we in school were told so foolish, the Greeks perhaps and the ancient primitive people searching for the nectar of immortality. And then when we come to Krishna consciousness, we find, oh, really, there is nectar of immortality. And nectar of immortality. Sweet, sweet, tasty nectar of immortality. So when we even get a hint that such things may be possible, then there is no waste of time to go to look and search after that. And again, Krishna, so encouraging for us in Bhagavad Gita, saying, you try to take to this path, to search reality, the beautiful. Try and come. Control your mind, control your senses, think deeper, come engage in higher thinking activities. And then so many descriptions of different kinds of yoga, but back to yoga, give yourself to me, Krishna saying. And then, but then giving so much encouragement by saying, even if you fail and you lose the track or something in this lifetime, don't worry. There is no loss or diminution. You won't lose anything by trying. That is going to stay with you. And I carry what you have and I give what you lack. So we must really be Krishna conscious. We are given so much encouragement from the upper level, and it's only our kind of limited, conditioned thinking which says, no, stay where it's safe. Go down to the pub, have a beer, turn on the television. Don't leave any gaps for thinking. As soon as you get home, do something. Click the switch and give some distraction. I see a little flow of Harikatha in the chat box. Oh, sorry, going in front of the screen. Quite a long flow. Please, can I ask too? It's probably Sevarupa. Sevarupa Devirasi, would you kindly read what you put here? This is, what is the news? What is the wonder? What is the path and who is happy? If you could read this is Srila Guru Maharaj, and it is from one of the sermons books, and you can say which book you got it from. And Sevarupa did, if you could read it, and as you know, read with transmission, because we will hear you. We're not also all going to check your reading, we're going to hear what you're reading. Just like when we were young, we heard everything, we didn't watch TV, we heard stories, but this is hearing spiritual stories. Sevarupa, anybody home? Yes.
Nandavat Pranams. Yes, Gurudev, it is from Srila Gurudev's Dignity of the Divine Servitor.
Okay.
And the chapter's present position, brightest prospect.
Okay, perfect. Also, I know what Srila Gurudev says, also he's reflecting what Guru Maharaj says, and here they're reflecting too what the Mahabharata says, what is there.
Yes.
So, yeah. So this is from Srila Gurudev, from Dignity of the Divine Service.
Yes.
Okay, please.
Okay, so this was, as you were mentioning, Maharaj, from Mahabharata, where the Pandavas go and then they meet Yudhishthir. No, they meet Yamaraj in the form of a bird. Yes. So then the questions go. He asks Yudhishthir Maharaj, what is the news? What is the wonder? And what is the path? And who is happy? So just some background is that if he gets these answers right, then his brothers will be resurrected because they died. Okay, so then the first question is answered. The months and seasons are like two ladles with which food is turned while being cooked. The sun is like the firewood for cooking with. Mahamaya, illusion, is like the cooking pot. The jivas, or the souls, are like fish, and kala, time, is frying them. The jivas are being fried in the pot of illusion with the help of the sun, days, nights, months, and seasons, the necessities for frying. The frying is being done by Kala, which here also means Yamaraj. It is he who is frying us. In this way, in the mundane world, this is the news. Then the second question is, what is the wonder? Always mankind, as well as all jivas in this world, are passing away. Everyone's father passes away, their mother also, and even their juniors sometimes pass away first. But all are thinking that they will not themselves pass away. They are making houses for themselves, accumulating money, food, etc. They feel that they shall stay for such a long time, but it is only like a passing show. Everything, whether old or young, is passing away right before their eyes. It is Gachatit Jagat. It is passing away day by day, but all feel that they shall stay for a long time. Maybe not forever, but anyhow for 80 or 90 years. No one else has time, but they have time. That is the miracle. What wonder can be greater than this? I think this is the greatest miracle. And then the next question is, what is the path? So the answer here says, Yudhishthir Maharaj therefore continued, it is not necessary to follow the Vedas, and it is not necessary to follow the rishis. Really, I notice that religious duty is unrecognized and remains hidden. And the only way for us to go is by following the perfect Mahajan, the perfect servitor of the transcendental world. Whatever he does, we shall also do that. And we shall not follow the rishis or the Vedas. And then the last question about who is happy. Then he says, one who has no debt to others is happy. He may or may not have wealth, but anyhow, he collects something to cook, prepare it, and offers that to the Lord. After sunset, he takes those remnants and he lives with a clean conscience. Conscience? Yeah. He is happy. And the end, that's all I pasted.
Okay, beautiful. And it's super to hear the direct words of Srila Gurudev expressing these things. And we can hear his words as you speak, as you are describing this. All right, so let us all be wise. Let us not be a victim of this miracle of illusion. And illusion is kind of amazing. If ever you see a magician, they're pretty amazing. All right, anyway, Krishna is the best of everything. He's the richest, he's the strongest, and he's the best artist. And so behind us, you can see some of his artwork, living artwork. And the moon is in the sky. And I don't know whether you can see the moon, but we can see the moon. Where's the moon? Well, the moon's up there. It is up there, I promise you. It hasn't fallen down, but no, it's over there. Okay. Yeah, well, if the camera's not going to pick it up so well, it's the front camera of the phone. But what was I going to say? Oh, yes. But here we see Krishna's artwork all the while. We're in the nature, as you can see. And yesterday evening, we'd all finished. And then the devotees, by the way, so nicely cleaning everything up, blasting at night, mopping the floor, all these things. And like exemplary, voluntarily coming and doing these things to keep the place clean and tidy. And here, all of this had this low mist over it. And it was surreal and peaceful, whatever you like to say, but amazing artwork. And an artist, he records like one speck of a moment, and he's recognized as a great landscape artist. Krishna is a wonderful landscape artist. Wherever you are, then just see in any beauty Krishna's hand behind it. All right, we are a little over time, but we got lots of beautiful devotees with us, beautiful descriptions, heart sharing of the Govinda Mela. And here some sharing from here, from every day is a festival. Our festival is going to continue today, and we're going to be having Arati in a short while, and then continuing with the programs today. Oh yes, we're going to 2 mountains. We'll give you a report next time. Overlooking, there's a big lake. There's a lot of fresh water here in Latvia. There's a big lake, and here's so peaceful. We went to the lake 2 days ago, and I was surprised. Suddenly, from nowhere, so many people, and they're all at the lake swimming. I mean, it's Latvia. It's a summer, and in the northern hemisphere, for north, quite north. We're close to St. Petersburg. It's quite north here in Latvia. Then, of course, it's not always summer. So when the summer comes, an appreciation of that. Not like Australia, not like Thailand, not like Mauritius. Yeah. Paunamasi said that this is like Mauritius winter. All right, dear devotees, we'll leave you peacefully for a full devotional week. And please, yes, do catch up with the Govinda Mela talks with the link there, the Bhakti Yoga Connect link, or the Bhakti Connect link, which is there in the chat box. And with each other, please do keep association. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Jai, wonderful Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai, wonderful Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rockok, Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai, wonderful Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. And Jai, wonderful grand Bhagavan, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who's shaken up the whole world. And by his grace, we've got pure devotional current ki Jai. And Jai Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai, Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Bhaga ki Jai, and Shriman Mahaprabhu ki Jai, Shri Gaura Nitai ki Jai. And the super home and shelter of the heart, Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat of Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj, which is wherever you are if we follow their teachings and practices. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. All the assembled devotees online ki Jai, the assembled devotees here ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Wishing
Jai
you
Shri
all,
Bhakti Ranjana Sudha Maharaj ki Jai.
wishing you all a successful Seva week, and we'll meet again soon. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Amra Ashchi. Govinda Govinda.